So welcome to club number 4 on this Football Manager 2024 journey. We've left Austria Wien after being domestic double winners. And I actually thought we were leaving on the 31st of June. We've actually left and joined our new club on the 1st of June, which is fantastic because half of my Austria Wien club was getting sniffed around. So hopefully we can swoop in and take them with us to the new club. But where is the new club? Welcome to France and welcome to RCL, Racing Club Lens. Now let's go through it, shall we? So first off, Simpson lifted the Admiral Bundesliga with Austria Wien in May and will now be afforded the chance to enhance his reputation by bringing success to his new club. He'll face pressures immediately to bring immediate success to the Stade Bollard Delius. Having stepped up from his previous standing to take sole charge, he will need to hit the ground running if he is to win. Those who believe his appointment is a questionable decision. It does say I was favoured all along. So, the media prediction was sick. The clubs actually came 14th. The season hasn't reset, so that shows how far behind they were. We are due to move in to the 55,000 capacity Lens Stadium on the 19th of the 6th. 2034. That's in 4 seasons time, sorry. That's quite big. So here we are. So we are informational objectives, blah blah, club plan, build a new stadium, 2-year contracts for over 31s, 3-year contracts for players 29 or over, minimum 3-year contract first teamers, maximum 1-year contract for players over 33, increased commercial revenue they want us to do. End of next season, they want us to get top half. I'm not sure if that's going to change because normally when they go, oh, you came 12th, okay, next season mid-tier will accept again. So I'm not really sure how that's going to go. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, the season after that, they want us to qualify for the Champions League and develop the best youth system in the league. So they're not messing around. We expect to play attacking football, make more set pieces and high-tempo pressing. And supporters want us to be competitive against PSG, finish above Lille, and reach the top half. Okay. Every month, and yeah, we can have a meeting with the press. Hello. Go back here. So, we take charge of Lens. It's the 3rd of June. Players currently unhappy. There is, for example, wants to leave continental football is Medina, who has a couple of years left on his deal. Central defender. Very, very good central defender as well. Been with the club 10 years now. Armando Broja, that's okay. That's former Chelsea striker, wants to leave. Now, he's got a couple of years left. He's valued up to 23 million. If you want to leave, mate, happy to let you go. And also, central midfielder, 31 years old, in Al Ben Romdhane. So, okay. And once initially agreed playing time, Litmata is a squad player. He's an attacking midfielder. He's 26. His contract does run out at the end of the month. I think we'll probably just let him move on. We will obviously have to assess the whole squad. We can look at that soon. So let's see where we are then. First off, the first team squad is big. Average age of 26. Squad size of 31. Average height of 6 foot. So, where do we check first? First off, we have 2 goalkeepers, both over the age of 30. So, we have our first choice keeper, has a couple of years left in his deal. 1-on-1's a 17, 33 years old Bulgarian, Namov. He does look really, really good, and I don't see a reason why he couldn't just be our first choice keeper next season. But I do find it weird that the next goalkeeper, Valido, is labelled as an important player. Why would you have 2 goalkeepers labelled as important players? Now, this is his first season at the club. He's played 7 times. I think we're probably going to have to just move him on because the other guy is better. I find it very strange that we have 2 players who are both important players in a position where you can only have 1. Yeah, a little bit strange that. Check ability-wise, and so our best player is a right-winger stroke striker, Ali Zetouni. Let's have a look. He came from the Tunisian league. Yes, he did. 2 Lens. He is 21 years old. Region on Nugent. Sorry, 36 caps for Tunisia. Does look really, really good. Great pace, acceleration. I do think there's a chance we're playing wingers with this team. Looking at him. Angelino is the next up. I think, yeah, his contract is leaving. But he's joining us permanently. Yeah, he's joining permanently at the end of the month. Okay, so another winger coming in here. So that is nice. He doesn't like big matches, though. I am concerned. He's on 98k a week. I am concerned we're going to be paying big money for him. Is that somebody who I realise the club has made a mistake on? I can see the Admiral Coco on loan from Dortmund this season, only picking up 5 goals in 15 starts. But okay, we can see how he does when he goes back to Dortmund. But again, a very high earner. What if we say potential-wise? We have a 20-year-old central mid, Amadou Cissé, who came through the academy. He's a central defender stroke defensive mid. Wonder kid, perfectionist personality. I like what I'm seeing. He's 6'2", so probably a good central defender. Yeah, yeah, they've got some talent. Got a very big squad. A very big squad. Concerned how we're going to trim that down. So, our B team is in a playable league. In the National 2, and they came 5th in that. Okay, so they are playable. We've got a couple of players here. So let's check out the top one. No, let's go with this guy because he has better attributes here. He's an attacking mid. Came through the academy. Argentine stroke French. He looks okay. He's not a world beater. And our under 19s also playing a league. And again, also have some decent looking talent has come through, if I do say so myself. A good left winger there. Attack midfielder here. No Rod Torres. And then a central midfielder who looks very tasty indeed for 15 years old. I think we can do something with this guy. Yes, I do. He actually excites me more than anybody. I like what I see. I like what I see. So our youth teams looks like it has some potential. Is this the... Yeah, this is the guy I've just seen there. So he was the best product through this year's intake. So, okay. We're on the 3rd of June 2030. The club just came 12th in the league with a record of 110, drew 9, lost 15. What do we see here? We've been in the top flight since 2021. They came 2nd in 22-23. They came 2nd again in 27-28. Then came 6th the season after, now just came 12th. So they are in the decline. That's where we've come in to try to turn this form around with 18 training facilities, 18 youth facilities, 16 junior coaching, 17 youth recruitment, 4-star reputation. Facility-wise, and like I said, they are moving into a new stadium in 4 years' time. Affiliate-wise, they are affiliated with Inter Miami, Real Zaragoza as well, and then a club further down, but obviously we've got our B team for that. And I would like to give some of our players maybe game time in the B team. We'll have to check how that works in terms of can they play so many games for one team but then not for the next team, etc. So next season we're not going to be in Europe. First season in a few years we're not competing in Europe at all. But it does give us a chance to focus on the players we've got and see what we can change and adjust. Staff-wise, how we're looking, we've got 4 coaches, so we do need to look to bring in a lot more coaches. And maybe we can look at Graham Jones, who was our assistant, because I see we don't have an assistant manager. I'm seeing down the list just behind the webcam, so maybe Graham Jones can join us after being a great help for me at Austria Wien. But the squad is very large, and we need to find a way to trim it and massively help the club financially. How are we looking financially then? We have 34 million in the bank. They lost 36 million last season. This season alone. Okay, the season looks like it might have actually ticked over in terms of finances, because we've done season ticket sales and sponsorship and nothing else. Okay, we have then wages. We are spending 1.338 per week. We have budget 1.54. We have 26 or 27 million transfer budget. We've made 30 million, 34 million in the bank. Transfer value-wise, we've got a few players with very high value. And we've got some players who we probably are going to look to move on fairly quickly. Transfer-wise, in terms of players coming in, we've got 3 deals already set up. So Alistair Johnson is a 32-year-old fullback coming in from Manchester United. Is he good enough? I mean, I just pray that they've only agreed a 1-year deal. We have a 24-year-old. Oh, hello. The former Arsenal youngster, Ethan Namwari, is going to join us on a free. So that might be a decent deal. And then you have Angelino join us for 5.75, rising to 10.5. In terms of outs, there is no outs at the minute. I'm concerned about some of the finances that are getting thrown around with this club. Do we spend over $1 million a week? When we're not even in Europe is a bit concerning. You can see here we are predicted to end the season at 34 million. I'd be shocked if that's what the prediction says in a couple of months' time. We're not going to end the episode. I'm now going to go away and play to the first league game of the season, and we'll come back and see how many changes have happened and what's expected. Just let's find out what is going on. Transport me to the future. So we have played through the whole of the summer. I've changed clothes. It's a new day. That's how long it took me. It's been a long summer window. We now have 80 million in the bank and 314k. So we've sold a lot more than we brought in. And it does give us a very good position and maybe looking at adding 1 or 2 superstars to the team. First off, we are in the middle of selling Dorky as well. This guy basically started complaining about life. He's 33 years old, a year left on his contract. We're going to get 4 million for him. Goodbye. So in terms of the ins then, we did well. So we're going to start by looking at last year's ins, because there was a few that popped up on last year's list. Yeah, all from the same club. You can see to the side of my webcam, Austria Vienna. They're the only ones that come up on last year's list. So first off, joining us for £1 million is Rod Torres. Been with us at Trenton, came to Austria Wien, now with us at Lens. Very good player, plays really well. Next is Alex Wallach, again was with us at Trenton. Then joined us at Austria Wien, has now joined us for 4.5 million to come with us to Lens. Shocked at how low his value was. We then have Svek, who has joined us, again with us at Trenton, with us Austria Wien, now come to Lens. Very good central defender, definitely good enough for this level. We then needed a left back, so we ended up bringing Torsvik with us. I did say there was a chance we would sign him. So after 4 years at Austria Wien, or 3.5, he was with us the whole time. We've signed him for 1.1 million, which I think is a very good bit of business. And then finally, Orlan Valle joins us for 13.75 million. Yeah, he's just a class above, isn't he? Defence midfielder media description now he's 21, was labelled as a wonder kid. Very good player, and I'm really happy we brought him in. And then the following side, you can see here 11 million spent, 105 million brought in. So first off, Medina left us, our experienced centre-back. Normov, our goalkeeper, ended up leaving us. I said I wanted him to be our first choice keeper. But unfortunately, we got a 9 million offer, so we ended up having to just let him go. Yeah, he was good, but he wasn't that good, and he was on quite a high wage for what he was. Zamura, Moro, and I mean, these players mean nothing to us now because they've gone, and it's 105 million brought in. So the only player who we spend money on, except for the Austrian players, we didn't actually sign him. So Angelo, who was with the club on loan last season, has made the deal permanent for 10.75 million, 93,000 a week as well, which is a bit steep, I think. But he's joined the club. Wanveri, we obviously didn't agree to sign as well. It was a pre-arranged deal, but he is a decent player. 67,000 a week. We brought him in. Well, they brought him in. Alistair Johnson, if you remember, was the other one who they'd arranged. Now, we were unsure if they just blew an absolute fortune on an older player, 32 years old, but he actually looks quite decent. So I'm not overly upset about him coming in. Our new first-choice goalkeeper is Justin Hamel, who was with us at Austria Wien. We needed a keeper. We sold our first-choice keeper. Our backup I just didn't think was good enough. and we know how good Justin did for us, so we brought him in. That's, 6 players must have been. Bernardo Silva, age 37 now, comes in for a 1-year contract. Physically not quite there, but I think in terms of playing in the attack midfield stride when we need him, he'll do a good job. Squad player contract. Marcus Thuram comes in, 34 years old now, as an impact sub. Again, a 1-year deal. Again, adding that experience to the team. And then adding some quality and experience. Bentancur joins us from Man City on loan. We're paying his wages $105,000 a week. And I think it's about $250,000 over the whole year we pay for him. But I do think he is that type of quality which will control midfield. So tactically, we've ended up going with this at the minute. We're fairly sure this is our first team squad for now. So with Hamel in goal, Johnson, Svek, Cisse and Torsvik. So Cisse is a very good young defensive mid-stroke centre-back. I've turned down 40 million over the summer for him. Came through the academy, so I want to keep him around. Then we have Bentancur and Valde in defensive mid. Then we have De Petri on the right wing, who I think is a decent talent, 30 years old. On the left wing, we have Zitouni, who is a right winger stroke striker, but I think coming in from that left wing could be very, very good. In attacking mid starting today, we have Bernardo Silva, but we do have Thuram and Torres on the bench who could play there. Then we obviously have Alex starting up top in the opening day of the season. So financially, we've made 59 million this season. The club made a huge loss last year. So I think I almost don't want to spend much money because we need to find out how much money we're going to lose over the season. We don't know how the books work with this club. Projection-wise, we expected to lose almost all the money and be down at 5.66 million. So, can we afford to sign anyone? Not really. Let's keep an eye on it, see how the finances look over the first month at least, and maybe look towards January signings. Pre-season was pretty dull. We beat Angers 2-0. We lost 3-2 to Hanover. A comfortable victory against the lower league side, Loon Plague, and then a 4-0 over Clairefontaine. So, no massive games there, but yeah, it was nice just to get some fresh legs and get the players looking like they are ready to play. You can see we did have a look at Elijah for some backup on the wing-back positions, but he wanted to be a key player. And unfortunately, he wasn't going to come in and be a key player. So at least we let Austria Wien keep one player. So we're playing away from home to Monaco today. At the minute, I've only got one tactic. This game alone will probably determine what we need to do with the team and tactics throughout the rest of the season. If we get completely outplayed, I know there's a lot of changes needed. If we actually hold our own here away from home against Monaco, I know we just need a couple of tweaks. So let's get into it, shall we? Pump fists. I know we're the underdogs. There's actually one more thing I want to show you. Dynamics, hierarchy. Okay, it's a little bit better. The whole team opposed me. The whole team. It was, the players who I signed, Valde, etc., they didn't, but the whole team for the first week or two. There's now still 2 opposed me, 1 supports 21, don't really have an opinion. Okay, it's a little bit better then. You chose to leave Wanreri out. He's working hard, but he's got to come back. He has been injured for quite a lot of pre-season, so we're just going to go with the team I used for the end of pre-season, basically. Now, Svek and Cisse as a back 2 is very new, because I was playing a couple of other people over pre-season, but they then started kicking up a fuss that they wanted to leave because the club wasn't playing European football. Here we go, Johnson now. Where we're going to go with our yellow and red kit. Johnson goes into Valde. He turns to Bentancur. Bentancur, he strikes it. Just wide. We create the first proper chance there. Okay, so the game's at half-time. It's 0-0. We've looked okay. They've had some efforts, but no highlights. We've looked okay. So I'm looking now to see what potential changes we can look to make to improve the team for second half of games at the minute. Obviously, Wanreri being an option to bring in. Now he's coming back from injury is one we could potentially do. We've got DL, who can play on the left wing, is very, very talented, can cut in as well. I might actually bring him on for the second half. He is more of an inside he's actually more of an inside winger, inverted winger on attack more than inverted forward. So we'll go with inverted winger for him. It is going to take some time for me to get used to the team as well. I mean, a lot of them came with me from Australian, but yeah, a lot of them didn't, and we've got to try to work out what players fit in and understand how I want to play. Right, so we're up to the hour now. I think we're going to... Oh, Bernardo Silva's actually picked up a knock. I'm going to bring on Rod to play there. I'm actually going to, I think, take off Depentry and bring on Angelino. Is he left-footed from the right? He is. So let's make him an inside forward, shall we? And then what we can do, I think, is... I did like the look of this guy. I thought long-term he could potentially be a very good fullback. He's only 19. Let's bring on some fresh legs at right wing-back, shall we? Confirm them changes. Now I can see Benton Core is struggling fitness-wise and on a yellow card. I think maybe with 15 minutes to go, that'll probably be the next change I'm looking at. Him or Torsvik at left-back, but... I don't think we really have anyone for Torsvik, but we do have Lagerblek can come in there. And then what we do is move Cisse and then swap them two around. So Valde is the one getting a little bit more forward. And Cisse does become more of an anchor. We need to make sure we set that as a permanent solution. Just all these little things over the first few months you've got to be remembering to set and remembering to adjust. Right, a free kick now, very deep. Lagerblek. We did have an offer of 4 million for him, but I decided to reject it because the season was closing in and we were very short of players and he wasn't kicking up a fuss. I think we've sold quite a lot of players. Let's not keep getting rid of them. We have also dropped a couple into the B team. We can look at them before the end of the episode. Just players who I've put down there just to almost help the B team maybe be a bit more successful. Ball through. We do get it though. We clear it away. Angelino goes back to Hekwet. Svek goes forward to Torres. Back to Angelino. Angelino now. Angelino. Angelo goes back to Hekwet. Angelo strikes it. Oh, we go 1-0 up. We go 1-0 up in the 90th minute of this game. Let's just make sure we do just sit back a little bit and just see this game out. But it's looking like we're going to sneak a 1-0 victory on the opening day. Which is very nice to see. 14 shots to 4. 46% possession. So we've not been a dominating side. But it looks like we are securing an opening day win. With Angelo on the score sheet. And we do. Hands in pockets. Nobody gives a chance. Congratulations. So we actually go into the top 4. But there's only one game played. We've got Leon in a couple of days as well. So we don't have the easiest step in. You see this? To the tried and tested. We haven't played wingers for about 6 years, mate. Don't start having an abuse of me. Stop that. So in terms of our B team. So in terms of players who I've dropped down there. I dropped the... We can go age-wise because we were quite older players. We dropped the left wing-back. Wuvu. We dropped the centre-back here. We dropped Marine as well. We dropped the goalkeeper, Valido. So we have dropped a few players of quality into this squad to hopefully help them and make sure that we have a successful season in the 4th tier. But that is it for an absolute bumper first episode with our new club. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one, where we'll probably come back halfway through this season as it's our first season. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.